Hello again, you BEA, beautiful ladies and gentle ladies of yonder interweb. I am Ancient Swan, and you are watching another wee history lesson based around this custom map I've made for our favourite city building game. It's beautiful, and if you don't agree, it's because you're wrong. So thanks for coming, and let's begin. Today's history lesson, and the source of this map, is the ancient city of Assur, also known as Ashur. The ruins of this ancient city are now located in present-day Iraq. Assur was one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. This was the ancient city that's pretty much the bedrock of Mesopotamian history. Assur's origins date back to the 3rd millennium BCE, when it was founded on top of a sandstone cliff on the west bank of the Tigris River. The city was named after their top deity, Ashur, because naming your city after your god is the ultimate power move. This was still the period of Sumerian rule and had not yet grown to be the grand city it would one day become. After the fall of the Sumerian Empire, the city underwent centuries of Akkadian rule. It was not until the fall of the Akkadian kings that the rulers of Assur flourished. The city's strategic location along the Tigris River made it a crucial hub for trade and commerce. In its early years, Assur was a prominent city-state, often engaged in trade with neighboring regions such as Anatolia and the Indus Valley. The rise of Assur as a significant political and cultural center began during the Old Assyrian Empire, around 2025 to 1750 BCE. Under the rule of kings like Ilushuma and Erisham I, Assur expanded its influence and established itself as a powerful city-state, soon becoming the most important city in the entire Assyrian Empire. This was the period when the city really started flexing its muscles, expanding its reach and building a network of trade that would make modern logistics experts jealous. The Middle Assyrian period, from the 14th to the 10th centuries BCE, marked a time of further expansion and consolidation of Assur's power. Kings like Adad-nirari and Tikulti-Ninurta led successful military campaigns that extended Assur's dominion over neighboring cities, slowly consolidating what would grow to become one of history's greatest empires, surpassing and conquering other great cities of the time such as Babylon. This was the period when kings turned military conquests into a kind of high-stakes sport. Tikulti-Ninurta I even went all in, sacking Babylon and setting up a new capital just to show he could. It's like winning the Super Bowl and building a whole new stadium just because. Assur reached the zenith of its power during the Neo-Assyrian Empire, from 911 to 609 BCE. This period saw the rise of some of Assyria's most famous kings, whose conquests and reforms made Assur the beating heart of an empire that stretched from Egypt to Iran and from Anatolia to the Persian Gulf. However, all good things must come to an end. After more than 2,000 years of total domination, the fall of Assur eventually began in the late 7th century BCE, when the Neo-Assyrian Empire started to crumble under the combined pressures of internal strife and external invasions. In 614 BCE, the city was sacked by the Medes, leading to its decline. However, although the city would never again be as important as it once was, the city was still not finished. After the Medes were overthrown by the Persians as the dominant force in this ancient world, Assyria was ruled by the Persian Achaemenid Empire from 549 BC to 330 BC. During this period, much of the destroyed city was rebuilt by the new Persian rulers, and the city and region of Ashur once more gained a degree of militaristic and economic strength. Assur seems to have recovered dramatically and flourished again during this period. It became a major agricultural and administrative center of the Achaemenid Empire, and its soldiers were a mainstay of the Persian army. The history and occupation of Assur lasted for approximately 3,000 years, from the early dynastic period until the mid-3rd century AD, when the city was sacked by the Sasanian Empire. This destruction at the hand of the Sasanians was the final end of this once great city. The citizens either escaped or were sold into slavery, and their buildings and history were destroyed for the final time. Despite its eventual decline, Assur's legacy endured through its contributions to art, architecture, and administration. The city's ruins, including its temples, palaces, and fortifications, provide valuable insights into the achievements of ancient Assyrian civilization. Assur's historical significance was recognized by UNESCO in 2003 when it was designated a World Heritage Site. The history of Assur is a testament to the resilience and achievements of one of the world's earliest and most influential civilizations. From its humble beginnings as a small city-state to its zenith as the capital of a vast empire, Assur's story is a fascinating chapter in the annals of human history. And then I came along, and through my wavering fascination with all things old, I made this map. As always, this city's Skylines 2 map was made by mixing real-world height maps with archaeological dig maps, such as this one. I made it because I love to reimagine history. How might Assur look today if it had never been destroyed? Would it still be one of the world's greatest cities? If you also need to know, then you can grab the free map from the PDX Mods site by following the link in the description below. Before we get into the map information, I must also remind you that for each one of you who doesn't subscribe, my wife ties me to a chair, puts me into a dark room, and forces me to listen to Electric Six's song Gay Bar on endless repeat. It's not funny, I am not amused, and I think I have developed some kind of complex, so please subscribe. It's literally the only thing stopping me from losing my shit and going absolutely mental. Anyway, now that I've told you how that goes, here's some map info. Buildable area, 87%. Outside connections, road, rail, air, sea, power. Natural resources, wheat, 110 square kilometers, forest 451 kilotons or 96.6 kilotons, oil 73.2 kilotons. Terrain, mostly flat, some very small slopes towards the edge. And that, fine fellow humans of life, is that. A short history lesson brought to you by an ancient swan about one of history's greatest cities. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Peace, love, and Assur. Good. Bye.